Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's Finance Committee meeting. I'm Councilmember Justin Brannon. I have the privilege of chairing this committee. I'm joined today by Council Members Lewis, Barron, Carr, Brooks Powers, Hudson, Kagan, Osei, Wan, Powers, Brewer. And today the committee will be voting on one item. It's a transparency resolution. Transparency resolution sets forth the new designation and changes in the designation of certain organizations receiving local, aging, anti-poverty, and youth discretionary funding, and funding pursuant to certain initiatives in the budget. As with all transparency resolutions, council members must sign a disclosure form indicating whether or not a conflict exists with any of the groups on the attached list. If any council member has a potential conflict of interest with any of the organizations listed, they should disclose the conflict at the time of their vote. As a reminder, please disclose any conflicts you may have with proposed subcontractors used by organizations sponsored by discretionary funding. These disclosures must be made before the subcontractor can be approved. Disclosure forms must be completed and submitted prior to the vote on the transparency resolution and may be emailed to Julius Caranda in the General Counsel's office or given to him here. Are there any questions from the committee? Seeing none, I will now ask Committee Clerk Billy Martin to call the roll.
Good morning. William Martin, Committee Clerk. Roll call vote. Committee on Finance, Preconsidered Resolution. Chair Brannon.
I vote aye.
Ayala. Moya. Powers.
I vote aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Brooks. Powers.
I'd like to disclose that a member of my staff's relative is a board member for Alvin Ailey. Aside from that, I'd like to vote aye.
Barron.
Aye.
Brewer.
Aye.
Farias. Hanks. Hudson.
I vote aye.
Kagan.
Aye.
Osei.
Aye.
Thank you. Sanchez.
I'd like to disclose that my brother is an adjunct lecturer at BMCC CUNY, and with that, I vote aye.
Thank you. Velasquez.
I'd like to disclose that my brother serves on the board of Samaritans of New York, and with that being said, I vote aye on all.
Thank you. Juan.
Aye.
Carr.
I'd like to disclose on the record that we're funding CUNY in this resolution, and my domestic partner is a student at CUNY, and I vote aye.
By a vote of 13 in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and no abstentions, item has been adopted by the committee.
Mr. Chair, I have a point of information.
Say that again?
I just want to.
Oh, go ahead.
Point of information. Are we going to discuss for the mod the capital budget? Because I have made some suggestions to the mayor that we get at least $200 million for youth centers to be built in high crime areas. Will there be any discussion on the capital budget for the budget mod?
Yeah, this is just for the transparency resolution.
No, I understand that.
Yeah, no, when we do the mod, there'll be time to give comments on that.
Okay, but it will include the capital budget.
Yeah, the mod includes everything.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, we're going to hold the vote open for another 10 minutes, just so there's a couple more folks who are going to log online.
Second.
Okay, with that, this hearing is adjourned.